Hello and welcome to the OSBA Game of the Week. I'm Jackson Vidori. Beside me, Cole Hales. Cole, what a matchup we have. Lincoln Prep in black. They're at 2-4. They're visiting Royal Crown, undefeated at 6-0. What does Lincoln Prep have to do to contain this Royal Crown offense that's just been unstoppable?
Well, you just spoke about it, Jackson. They're 6-0 Royal Crown. They're one of the best teams in the OSBA right now, and what they do best is offense. If Lincoln Prep wants to have a chance here away from home, they're going to have to limit the offense here from Royal Crown, but not just in any way, especially in zone. This is a team that ranks in the 90th percentile of zone offense. When these guys are up against a team that's letting them have a little bit of space, they're seeming to find their shots at easy availability. If Lincoln Prep wants any chance of winning this game, they're going to have to be manned up like you see it right here.
Paisley on the ball, looking to use the screen, finds a man in the corner. Driving through to kick out. Pump fake, shot up. First shot attempt, no good. Offensive board nearly grabbed. Great defense there by Lincoln Prep, switching on and contesting those
Great
shots.
defense there, but you could see right away, like I spoke about before, in zone, their ball movement is so good from Royal Crown. They're able to mesh it around and find every single guy on the court, and that's what generates a lot of shots for them.
Owen Frayne. Marcus Green. Sizing up his man, driving right, a shot up, slightly tipped. Here comes Royal Crown the other way. Shot attempt is no good. Rebound off the glass and a foul is called.
Monroe is such a big body in the paint, and for this Lincoln Prep squad that right now the 5 on the court can't really match the height. That is something to look out for in this one. Monroe already to the line for the first time, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be the last.
Those are the first points of the game at the free throw line as Owen Frayne will take it up for Lincoln. Frayne from distance finds his number.
Jackson, it's funny, I spoke to Owen Frayne earlier before the game. He told me he models his game around Anthony Edwards, and that jump shot was very Anthony Edwards-esque from the pull-up to the mechanics right there. There's Lincoln Prep's first points on the board.
Another three. Can't reply. Offensive board. Put it up. No good. Ball bouncing all over the place. Another opportunity for Royal Crown. Shot up and a foul called.
Hounding defense from Royal Crown to get that ball back and get a second chance points there. Didn't really turn out for them, but they're going to get a second chance here at the line.
Haven't made a field goal yet, Royal Crown, but they're converting on their layups. Couldn't get one there. I think it's the offensive glass that we're really going to have to watch throughout the course of this game.
I spoke about it, the size, right? Just looking at Monroe right now, number 6, he's by and large the tallest guy in the court, and he's grabbing every single offensive board. So Lincoln Prep's going to have to clean that up and figure out a way to not limit this and not make it a huge gap in terms of rebounds.
Frayne in the low post. Dishes it off. The corner three. Corner splash! Driving wide open left-handed layup. No good. Frayne the board. Here comes Lincoln Prep with numbers. Shot. No good. Swatted away. Another second chance opportunity. And Royal Crown prevails.
Back-to-back threes for Lincoln Prep to start out this one. Not a bad start.
Not a bad start for Lincoln Prep, especially on defense, considering that Royal Crown has yet to convert a field goal. All 3 of their points have come from the free throw line.
Some shot clock problems here.
Well, you mentioned shot clock. Well, funny enough, 2 months ago it was the same situation with the shot clock. So But after the first quarter, it ended up being pretty good.
Just got to figure out the kinks, just like both of these teams are figuring each other out. Here's a three-pointer. That's no good.
Shots not falling for Royal Crown. Matthew Warner out to Frayne. Frayne, his shot attempt unsuccessful. The right-handed lay on the left side, no good. But Royal Crown will retain possession.
If you're Lincoln Prep, you're feeling pretty good. Royal Crown hasn't gotten a field goal yet here in this one, and they're playing pretty good defense.
Up top, the double team kicks it out. Bangu in the middle. The hook shot is in. First field goal basket for the team in white. Thought about shooting it, decides to dish it off to Frayne instead. Frayne looking to work in the low block. Try to find his man back door, but here's Bangu the other way. Bangu finds his man in transition. Alley-oop, couldn't get it to fall. Here's Lincoln Prep the other way. And a foul called. 2 shots will be awarded. Cole, that could have been.
I think the roof would have come off pretty early here if that one was able to go down, but what an attempt there. But nevertheless, free throws for Lincoln Prep here on the other side of the court. They hit out on transition.
The vision was there, and especially early on, you want to make a statement at home. Just barely off. Nate Stoddart converts both of his free throws. As Justice Hazley will take the ball up court. Bangu.
Great ball movement here from Royal Crown to find options.
And yet again, another bucket by Xavier Estemin Monroe down in the paint.
That is just pure basketball right there. 3 times, top of the key, passing it around, shaking out that defense, and Isotomin Monroe just gets down low and gets the and one.
Cycling around, and you're always going to find your big man open when everybody's switching. Can't convert the three-point play. Frayne, that pass mishandled, nearly saved, but not. Here's Hazley. And the shot clock yet again. Just having some shot clock issues. We'll step aside.
It's not Jada.
Hazley to Richards on the handoff, guarded tightly by Frayne. Spin move. Just another shot clock error here. We'll step aside.
Yeah, shot clock's not moving here. It's moving now, but it's struggling to move during the game. If only we can switch both of them around, get them to start working. But nevertheless, high pressure environment here for both teams, especially when the game keeps getting stopped. But it's given them a lot of time to talk things over.
Okay, guys, to your benches, please.
We'll just step aside for a few moments as we get the shot clock errors to fix. We are back, and hopefully a shot clock is back, Cole.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to go through any more of those problems, shot clock violations, but both these teams, or should I say Royal Crown, will have 9 seconds to inbound this and find the special play to get them 2 more points on the board here.
And they haven't found that many special plays, especially from the perimeter. Haven't made a shot from distance yet. Here's Hazley. Hazley using the screen to the left, shifting right to left. A pull-up midi just grazes off the rim. Another opportunity rising up for the 2-point play.
And despite the ability to limit the offensive rebounds, Lincoln Prep has not been able to stop the second chance points here from Royal Crown early on.
Just another shot clock error as Lincoln Prep will inbound it from the side. There's ball day to Warner. Warner guarded by Hazley. Telling teammates to move, shifts it around on the right wing. Driving left, step back, pump fake, gets him to jump. Can't get the basket though. Here comes Royal Crown the other way. In transition, going coast to coast is Walters. Segakili dancing his way to the rim for the 2-point play.
Yeah, needed to get his revenge on that first one where Monroe got him with the body, he wasn't able to make that last shot.
Hazley, in and out. His shot, no good. A travel called.
Yeah, Hazley there thought he was going to get the foul. Ref disagreed with him.
Number 30 on Royal Crown, Andy Jamal checking in for the team in white. Warner going left, kicks it out, left wing, pump fake, drives, top of the frame, calls his own number, can't find an answer. Walters from 3, it's good.
Walters and Hazley have been a pretty good 2-man action here at the guard positions for Royal Crown early on. It's where most of their offense is being generated.
Lippert hands it off to Balde. Shimmying, wide open in the corner. That one rattles away. In transition is Jamal, his first taste of action, and he's fouled.
Instant impact from Andy Jamal, getting down low, driving down the court on transition, then having a chance here to hit 2 easy points for Royal Crown. But that's exactly what you want. This Royal Crown team has tons of guys on this bench. It's not just a starting 5. Every single player on this team is comfortable with the ball in their hands, and you're seeing that early on here.
We're also seeing early on a lot of fouls by Lincoln Prep. It seems as if Lincoln Prep is struggling when Royal Crown gets into the paint and gets those offensive boards.
I think that comes just down to the size, right? Royal Crown is a big, big team, right? Their starting 5 is off now, but even their second unit right here is much taller than Lincoln Prep. So finding ways to minimize that and not allow the height to become a factor in this game is going to be an interesting little assignment here for Lincoln Prep.
Frayne uses the screen, looking for options, stops his dribble. Here's Lippert. Drives. The 3 ball. Off the mark. Nearly saved. This save. Here's Frayne. Spin moves. Dances his way to a bucket. Owen Frayne.
That is a great play from Acosta Reyes, who's just entered the court right now only a few minutes ago. But Owen Frayne, once again, getting down low and making stuff happen.
Jamal. That one grazes away. Achioso checking into the game, gives it to Frayne. Frayne backing up Jamal. Kicks it out. The 3 ball, Lippert. Can't get that one to bounce in. Hazley in the corner. Kicks it out, top of the frame. Stops his dribble. Walters, guarded by Frayne. Goes to his right. Right wing now. Took a step before a dribble. Pardon me, took a step out of bounds. Great defense by Lincoln Prep. Cole switching there all over around the perimeter.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. The switches need to be on for Lincoln Prep. They need to be on their toes. They need to be fast and ready because this Royal Crown team loves to move the ball. We've seen that early on here, and they're going to continue doing that.
Achioso rises, draws contact. He'll take a trip to the free throw line.
It's one of the first times we've seen Lincoln Prep go down low in the paint and try to bring that physicality. They're not really doing that so far in this first quarter. A lot of their offenses come from beyond the arc. They've taken like 5 or 6 threes now, Jackson, to try to get something going here. And it's still a close game.
Well, 3's over 2, but you're only down by 3, so driving to the paint is not a bad option either, especially because Royal Crown has been the team to get the free throws.
Yeah, going to have to kind of match them on the free throw flank here because, like you said, Jackson, it looks like Royal Crown's not going to stop getting them.
Jamal. Walters in the corner. Thought about shooting it, didn't. Back to Walters. Walters drives right. His shot, no good. Rebound Lincoln Prep. $1:40 to go. Here's Frayne. Frayne in the corner. Can't cash that check. Bangu back into the game. He grabs a board. Walters. The pick and pop. Thought about shooting it. Here's Bangu. Bangu shimmies. Bangu couldn't get the double clutch layup to go. Here's Frayne on the other side. Acosta Reyes. No good. In transition, it's Bangu. Euro step. Yet again, can't complete the layup. Frayne for 3 in the corner. That one off the rim.
Becoming a back and forth game here, Jackson. Transition is a name right now for both these teams. That's a big block from Lincoln Prep.
Swatted away by Matthew Warner. Plethora of missed shots back and forth from the perimeter and inside the paint.
Yeah, both these teams, I think, just getting a little bit too excited. They saw the ball moving up and down, and they wanted to get their shots off quick, but looks like Royal Crown's going to try to slow things down. A 3rd shot in succession for Bangu. And he's going to get sent to the line there.
Acosta Reyes doesn't like that call. Bangu shaking his head, but he'll take a trip and try to find his footing after blowing those 2 layups.
Yeah, 2, I wouldn't say open layups, but 2 layups where you would think Bangu would have the better option there. Missed on both of them. First off the pass from his teammate and second off the transition. So first one rolls in. He's been a main factor so far here. Been getting the ball a lot, been really great at moving it around, and now he's finally getting his first chance at points here on the board.
Second free throw attempt for Bangu. Royal Crown leads by 5. Acosta Reyes, guarded by Bangu. Uses the screen to the left. Finds a man on the roll. Matthew Warner stops. Can't get the shot to go. 3 ball, left wing. Cash that check.
Big 3-pointer there from Lincoln Prep to go in with the final 30 seconds of the first quarter rolling down here.
20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Here's Walters. Walters thought about shooting it. Kicks it out to Jamal. And he corks that bottle on the right wing. At the buzzer, Achioso, no good. End of the first quarter, the home side, Royal Crown undefeated at 6-0, 20-15. Stick with us right after this. Goal 20-15 the score. Royal Crown leads. They're undefeated. What have they done in this first quarter to give them that 5-point lead?
Well, you know what? Their offense has been rolling. I spoke about it in the beginning of the game that if Lincoln Prep wanted to get anything out of this, they're going to have to limit Royal Crown in zone. And as much as Lincoln Prep has put up a good fight, they just haven't been able to. The transition buckets have been going in favor of Royal Crown, as well as the possessions, right? You look at possession by possession, they're able to move the ball around pretty freely with no real contact or discernment, and that's allowed them to really get into their game. Early on, they were getting sent to the line. Now they're being able to hit shots. Late there, Andy Jamal was able to hit a big three to give them that 5-point lead. So their offense has just been flowing. That's really the name of the game for Royal Crown right now. Every single guy on the court is confident with the ball in their hands, and they've been able to make shots. And Lincoln Prep's going to have to do something about that if they want to limit the lead that Royal Crown can build here in the second quarter.
Well, you speak of confidence. Number 6 on Royal Crown, Xavier Estimant Monroe, checks back into the game. He had the first couple of buckets in this one. So he checks in the second quarter as it is underway. Costa Reyes, spin move, looking to dance. Kicks it to the right wing. Achioso thought about shooting it. Pump fakes. Acosta Reyes calls his own number. Can't find an answer. Achioso grabs that board. Second chance opportunity, goes baseline. Kicks it to the left wing. All the way to the right wing. Acosta Reyes yet again. That one's off. Achioso tried to grab that board, but it goes to Royal Crown's way. Ball bobbling all over the court. Here comes Lincoln Prep the other way. Acosta Reyes 2-on-1. Alley-oop, nearly.
That was close there, Jackson. Almost 2 alley-oops in this game so far, but both missed.
It's coming, Cole, it's coming. The drive, layup, no good. Still have yet to see a basket in this second quarter. Here's Warner. Achioso will slow it down. As that shot is off. Hounding defense, Acosta Reyes in transition, Euros his way to the first points of the second quarter.
That was a great bucket there from Acosta Reyes, but I want to touch on Lippert's hustle there, missing and airballing a 3. Your confidence got to get low after that, but right away, gets back on the hustle, gets back on his horse, grabs that steal, and sets up his teammate for a great shot.
Well, Cole, if you didn't do that, you'd probably get sent to the bench. Because one thing you learn about growing up is that if you do something that wasn't executed to the liking, you have to go and make up for it right away, and he did that.
100%. We know that all too well, Jackson, in every facet of life. But right there, Lippert, great defensive play after the missed 3, gets his team within 3 here.
And something that can get Acosta Reyes going because he's been taking the perimeter shots and they haven't been falling for him.
No, they haven't. Lincoln Prep's going to have to attack the paint a little bit more. It's going to be harder with Estimate Monroe down there. I wanted to touch on, he's a great defender, but even when he's not man-on-man on a guy, the fear factor he infuses with his height and his size, he's able to freak you out in that paint and make you pass out of a shot that you probably should have taken. So it's going to be interesting to see how Lincoln Prep goes on within this second quarter, to see how they kind of attack him.
And they're already ready, right out of the timeout, already on the court. So they're itching to give Royal Crown their first loss of the season. Number 15 for Royal Crown, Ikwame checks in.
Starting to see more of a full press here from Lincoln Prep in the second quarter, more than we saw in the first.
Bangu, wide open. Finds him in the left wing, drive, stops. The left-handed shot is no good. Rebound, Esteban Monroe flips it up. That one's off. And Lippert with the board. Achioso. Warner.
Yet another shot clock violation here. I shouldn't say violation, error, should I say.
As Bangu will check out of the game for Royal Crown. Acosta Reyes looking for the screen. Can't get past his man, shifting left to right. Looking for options. Achioso from distance. That one catapults off. The rebound. Acosta Reyes thought about shooting it. Drives instead. The floater, nothing but net. Back-to-back buckets from Acosta Reyes.
I just spoke about it, Jackson. The fear factor that estimating Monroe has. Acosta Reyes chose not to use his body and drive to the paint. Opted for the floater, worked out in that instance.
Driving right. The circus layup just barely off, but the rebound is flipped up and in by Esteban Monroe. Warner looking for a screen. The mid-range is money.
Great composure there from Warner to find a shot, not speed things up, and gets the open midi.
Lincoln Prep brings some intensity on defense. Hazley thought about shooting it, pulled it back. On the left wing, driving. And a foul called on the shot attempt. Checking back in, number 0 for Lincoln Prep, Owen Frayne.
It's going to be interesting to see how Lincoln Prep's offense goes from here now that Owen Frayne's checked in. It was flowing a lot through him in that first quarter. And since he sat for the first couple of minutes of the second here, it's really gone through Matthew Warner and Acosta Reyes. So if they're going to switch it up, Lincoln Prep, it could be in their favor. That's been going pretty well so far in the second. They've brought the lead down to only 1 for Royal Crown, but Owen Frayne was electric in that first, and they may go back to him.
Another substitute for Lincoln Prep. Checking out of the game, Cole, Acosta Reyes. Oh, pardon me. Acosta Reyes is just pushing up the floor. Checking out is number 13, Lorenzo Aguling. Frayne. Segakili, step back 3. That one just barely off. As Royal Crown will let it run out.
Made one early on in the first quarter for the first points of the game from Lincoln Prep, but has not scored since. Segakili.
Tight defense. Manages to get away. Here's Hazley. Hazley intercepted by Frayne. Frayne looking in transition. 2-on-1. Stops the dribble. Frayne fires and buries.
Just spoke about it, Jackson. This offense runs through Owen Frayne. Whenever he steps back onto the court, it's his team. Big 3 from him there.
Royal Crown responds with the rim in favor. Frayne finds the man on the left wing. No good. Referee says last touch on Royal Crown, so Lincoln Prep will get another opportunity. Checking in, number 14, Favor Mkemka, and number 4, Kaimani Walters for Royal Crown. Warner. The right-handed layup on the left side, no good. There's Walters pushing the floor. Walters, coast to coast. Walters takes it himself, swatted away, but a foul on the shot. What a block that would have been, Cole.
Yeah, LeBron 2018, should I say, sorry, reminiscent. But that one Walters will send to the line. Thundering block, too. You heard that from over here, too.
That was a thud.
Yeah, that was a thud. But Walters has done that all game, being able to drive to the paint with ferocity and force. It's not the first time he's being sent to the line here, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
Walters converts, and it looks like Royal Crown's bringing the press. Segakili gets past half court, guarded tightly by Walters, slows down his dribble, finds Frayne. Here's Frayne surveying his options, calling for the screen, decides not to use it, hands it back off to Frayne. Frayne engineering the offense, left-hand dribble, shot clock winding down at 7, gets his way out of trouble, spins his way to a 2-point play.
Ref called a foul there, much to the dismay of Lincoln Prep, but hounding defense right out the gate after getting a bucket from Owen Frayne. Gets right on top of his man and tries to win the ball back, but it's a great effort.
And that's just the type of player Owen Frayne is. When nothing's open, he'll create something to be open. Here's Hazley on the left side. Try to get the alley-oop going there, but that one swatted away. Referee says Estimate Monroe stepped out of bounds. Segakili, Niles. Acosta Reyes, back to Niles. In the corner, right side, gets his man to jump, takes the layup, no good. Niles the board, kicks it on the wing, it's Frayne yet again!
I said it before, Jackson, this is Owen Frayne's team, and he's back on this court, and he's showing us exactly why.
The driving layup, no good. Another foul called. Royal Crown really earning their points from the free throw line. Elliot Segakili will check out for Lincoln Prep as number 7 Balde will check in for the team in black. Number 15 Dante Tenari also getting his first few minutes of action in the second quarter.
I don't know if you just noticed that, Jackson, but Balde just walked through the shot. Or sorry, should I say the free throw while it was being taken. Don't think anyone realized and the shot was counted, but
tie game.
Tie game.
Frayne guarded tightly.
Royal Crown now enforcing a little bit of a press here. Haven't seen that so far in this one.
Lippert. Tenari driving right. High layup, gets it good.
Great shot off the glass there from Tenari.
Walters. Here's Walters using the screen. Walters kicks it to the left wing. Jamal, the floater from distance. That one grazes away, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to the corner. Here's Walters, shimmying left to right. And an illegal screen called on Estimate Monroe. Lincoln Prep calls a timeout. Cole, 2-point game, 3 minutes left to go in this half. What have you seen in the second quarter that's stood out on either side?
Well, for me, Lincoln Prep has been able to hit their shots in the second quarter. From the first, they were taking the same amount, but they just weren't falling. They've come into their groove a little bit here, and they've been able to hit a couple three-pointers as well as find their way in the paint and find buckets there, which that was completely out of the question in the first quarter. For Royal Crown, I think they've just taken their foot off the gas. In the first quarter, they were kind of dominant on the glass, and that allowed them to find shots and have open shots, and then their offense started to generate from there. Lincoln Prep's put a little bit of pressure on them, and they've taken their foot off the gas, Royal Crown, and that's allowed Lincoln Prep to get out to a 2-point lead here.
One aspect of Lincoln Crown's game is that they're not worried about taking perimeter shots, even if they're missing them.
Mm-hmm.
If you take a look at this Royal Crown squad, they've only had one three-pointer that they've made.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their baskets and points are coming down low in the paint, either on second chance opportunities or the free throw line.
Yeah.
And you don't want to live at the free throw line. Yeah, it could get you going, get you some confidence.
You don't want to live
make
there.
those buckets, but you don't want to live there all the time. So I'm pretty impressed with Lincoln Prep and their adversity to take those shots and not be afraid of this undefeated team.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have been, and especially in the second quarter. They've been able to get into their groove like I spoke about, and it's gotten them out to a 2-point lead, but still 3:30 left here before halftime.
Acosta Reyes. Frayne from way downtown. Oh no, yet again. Owen Frayne cannot be stopped. That's his 4th three-pointer of the game.
I'm going to keep hammering it, Jackson. This is his offense. Everything runs through him. He needs a shot, he's gonna get it, and he's gonna find it.
The circus layup, no good. Lippert looking for Frayne. Pass intercepted by Walters. Can't get it to go.
That's a bad giveaway from Lippert. You can't do that after working so hard to get that rebound and to get that stop. That's a lazy way.
Lazy giveaway, but he was looking for his main man, Owen Frayne, who cannot leave open. Cole, that's his 4th triple that we've seen today, and that was from way deep.
I love his ability to find any shot, right? We're talking so much about his three-point game, but we've seen that he can hit the mid-range, he can attack the basket. He's a very versatile player. I spoke to him before, and I mentioned that he models his game around Anthony Edwards, and if you're watching him now, you can see that exactly. Edwards gets to his spots anywhere on the court, and it's the same way for Frayne.
And like Anthony Edwards does a great job at the catch and shoot three. He's
Yeah.
not really an off dribble three kind of guy, and that's what Owen Frayne has doing. Frayne, helmet high, pass with a catch in transition. Lippert gives it back to his man. The layup, no good, but great transition to counter the press.
Yeah, I love the hustle here from Lincoln Prep to end out this second quarter. They want to get out on transition fast. Once they get that rebound, it's who's the closest guy to the other team's basket and can we get him the ball?
Dante Tenari, 4 points for him in this one. This time it's Royal Crown the other way in transition. And a foul called. It seems when Royal Crown gets the shots in the paint, it's just always a foul.
I think that just comes down to the size advantage. You got to think of if you're in the headspace of a referee, you see the taller guy get hackled by the smaller guy. You're assuming the smaller guy is trying to compensate for his size, and you give the taller guy the foul. I didn't agree with that one right there. I think that was great defense from Lippert, getting his hands up and staying stagnant in the paint. But the refs, they're the ones that make the final decision there, and it's helping Royal Crown right now get majority of their offense.
Royal Crown bringing the press yet again. Lippert gives it to Frayne. Acosta Reyes. Frayne. Swish! Nothing but net. Owen Frayne. You just can't leave him open.
We're talking about Anthony Edwards. He's entering Stephen Curry range right here, Owen Frayne. That is his 5th three-pointer. We're not even at halftime yet.
The spin move, circus layup is good.
Favor and Kemka with his first buckets of the game, and what a way to start your tally off.
Acosta Reyes handles the pass. Owen Frayne. Dishes it off. Here's Niles. That one's off. Here comes Royal Crown the other way. And the one-handed jam makes it a 2-point game. Tenari. Niles. Frayne. $1:30 to go until the half. Frayne engineering the offense. Finds his man down low. It's Lippert on the mismatch. Back to Frayne. Frayne can't get that one to fall. Two shots as Royal Crown is in the bonus. You can start to see the intensity rise a lot, Cole. A minute before the half, that's when you got to lay it all down because you get that 15-minute break. Yeah,
you want to go into halftime with a good lead and good spirits, and that's what both teams are trying to do right now. Again, Royal Crown just easily getting to the line here. If it's fouls in the paint, outside of the paint, doesn't really matter. That's where their offense is coming from. If I'm Lincoln Prep, I'm wanting to speed this game up. Don't let this game slow down and allow Royal Crown to get back into a groove. That's going to only turn into more free throws for this team.
Acosta Reyes Just under a minute to go. Spins. His shot attempt blocked. Rebound Lippert swatted away again. But the referee calls a foul on the second shot.
I think that was that good karma that Lippert got back from that last foul he gave away inside the paint. He gets the helping hand there, and he's going to get 2 shots here at the line.
Fans don't like that one. You start to hear the booing. It's a 1-point game, 50 seconds left. One for 2 at the line as Lippert. Hazley. Hazley looking for options. Calls his own number and finds his own answer. Royal Crown steals the lead. 30 seconds to go. Here's Frayne to Niles. Niles drives. The layup no good. Hard foul. A trip to the line.
It's only Royal Crown's second 3 of the game. So they're getting out to the lead here, and they've only hit 2 threes all game compared to Lincoln Prep, who's almost had to find exclusively their offense from beyond the arc. They're going to have to put a stop to that Lincoln Prep if they want to win, because if Royal Crown can continue to get in the paint and generate offense and still get a lead here, if they're not hitting threes and they're hitting them sparsely, it's only going to continue to grow that lead for RC. So Lincoln Prep needs to end this half pretty strong here and not allow Royal Crown to get any easy buckets. And that starts at the free throw line.
It does, and like you said about Royal Crown and their perimeter shots, only 2 of them have fallen, and it's been by the same player, Justice Hazley.
Yeah, you don't see the comfortability right now for any of the rest of the guys on Royal Crown to take outside shots. They feel really comfortable going deep down low, and that's obviously their game.
Timeout Royal Crown, 27 seconds to go, 42-41. What do you think coach is telling them before heading back into this final 27 seconds?
If I'm the Lincoln Prep coach right now, I'm telling these guys, hey, let's continue to do what we're doing. They've gotten a couple baskets here, and they've got sent to the line a couple of times. But let's not let this end our half badly. Let's go out there. Let's speed this game up. Let's hit some shots. Let's get some physicality out there. And if I'm Royal Crown, I'm saying, hey, attack that paint. Attack that paint. Get these guys to foul you. That's what's been going on all game, and that's what's getting you this lead here right now.
Royal Crown 6-0. Lincoln Prep looking to hand RC their first loss of the season in away territory.
And if you're watching this game, Lincoln Prep, they don't look like a 2-4 team. These guys are going toe-to-toe with the 6-0, one of the best teams in the OSBA here, and they're making it hard for them. They're not just playing well. They're making it hard for Royal Crown to generate offense. Like I spoke about before, they're just getting most of their offense from the free throw line.
Number 11, Bangu checks in for Royal Crown. Hazley will take it up with 20 on the clock, guarded by Frayne. Hazley on the isolation, looking for options. Will size up Frayne. Frayne guarding him tightly, finds a man in the corner. No shot yet. Winding down, spin moves, spins out of bounds. 3 seconds left. Inbounded quickly. And that will sound the half. Lincoln Prep doesn't like the call on the shot clock.
Yeah, I think there was just a little confusion when
The
Kemka,
inbound.
yeah, the inbound, and then in Kemka, when he spun, I think they thought a foul was going to be called, and there was no foul. So they just kind of ran with it, and the shot clock was 2 seconds away. They didn't get their final shot off, but still a great way to end the first half for Lincoln Prep as they go in with a 1-point lead.
(42-41), Lincoln Prep leads against the undefeated Royal Crown. We'll be back after intermission. Sorry for the quick interruption. We are back, 42-41 the score. Royal Crown hosting Lincoln. Cole, I overheard the coaches on our seat talking to the players. They said their energy was low, that it was embarrassing, that they need to work smarter, not harder. Their plan is to drive, kick, swing. I've been doing that. They've been executing on offense.
Let X go first. Let X go first. X, dive X, dive X.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jackson, that the coach hit on. It's very obviously their game, the driving, click, and swing, finding open teammates. You see it here on top of the key. That's all they want to do. They want to find the open shots, and they haven't been able to find that early on. Another giveaway from them right there.
Here's Warner, one-on-one, takes it himself. The double clutch lay is good. First basket of the second half goes to Lincoln Prep. Hazley splitting the defense, looking for options, finds Esteban Monroe. Esteban Monroe back to Hazley. Hazley dials that one off the mark.
Not bad. You want to be taking those shots, though. Lincoln Prep did a lot of that in the first half, and they started to grow into their shots and make them. If Royal Crown can start to do the same here, I have no discernment here that they're going to find the same.
That's right, Cole. One of the aspects I heard from the coaches was that to trust your shot. Hazley trusted it there, didn't get to the fall.
It's going to be interesting to see how Royal Crown guards Owen Frayne now in this second half. He was able to not only find his shots, but get a lot of spot-up threes. He had almost 5 of them in the first half there. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how they defend him here and if they kind of bracket him or if they allow him to still play his game.
Esteban Monroe hands it off to Hazley. Hazley swings it around. Here's Bangu. Back to Hazley. Hazley using the screen. Going left. Hazley on the roll is Esteban Monroe. Fumbles it, and great defense by Lincoln Prep. Segakili finds his man down low. Can't get the shot to fall. The second chance opportunity is good. Matthew Warner.
Initial attempt was from Nate Stoddard, and we didn't see a lot of him in that first half, especially the second quarter. I think if they use him more willingly here as Owen Frayne gets the transition layup, if they use Nate Stoddard a little bit more, they can combat that with Esteban Monroe's height, and we can start to see a little bit of battle in the paint there.
A timeout called right away as Lincoln Prep is on a 7-0 run right out the gate. It seems as if the RC coaches really want this intensity to get going.
Everything you mentioned, Jackson, just hasn't been on display so far in this third quarter for RC. You talked about trusting your shot. You talked about the drive, kick, and swing game. That's not been on display so far here, and it's led to this Lincoln Prep 7-0 run. You had one bucket there on transition from Owen Frayne. You had another one down low. You can't allow that to start off the second half. You got to be hard on defense. You can't allow them to get those easy shots.
I think what the coach is really putting into Royal Crown's head is that this is embarrassing for them. They're 6-0. Even when Lincoln Prep is coming into here and making it a tight game, the coach feels as if they're shying away.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's what it feels like watching this game. I know this is a better team. I know this is a good 6-0 team that dominates other schools. But right now, it's not looking like that. I spoke about it before. This doesn't look like a 2-4 Lincoln Prep team because I don't know if RC is playing down to their level or Lincoln Prep is playing up to RC's.
Up top, Bangu switches it around, driving, finds Esteban Monroe down low, and that's exactly what you expect from RC, cycling it around and finding the open man. Segakili spins, try to get a shot up, and it's tangled up by Walters, dancing all over the ground. That's the intensity you want coming after out of a timeout.
Exactly, that is the exact intensity you want. Hard from both teams there. This one's going to result in a Lincoln Prep inbound.
Five on the shot clock. Owen Frayne, his shot attempt. And that's how you know it's his day, when the rim is in your favor.
I have no more words for Owen Frayne. He amazes me every time he touches the ball. That's a great floater and a great adjustment to the shot clock running down and finding your shot.
Bangu behind the back. That one an easy foul call, as he'll take a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, Lincoln Prep's going to feel like they're hard done by that foul, but 2 men on him. Obvious infraction of his shot there. He's going to get sent to the line for 2.
Bangu goes 2 for 2 from the line. Here's Frayne. Segakili going left. tries to find an open teammate, but will retain possession with 14 on the clock. Segakili, Frayne, heaves it, a helmet high catch. Driving to the right, pump fake, shot attempt, rattles away. Esmond Monroe with the board, getting tangled up, and a little too much intensity there as a foul is called on number 7, Balde of Lincoln Prep.
Esme Monroe with a big grin and smile on his face after that foul, knowing he's got 3 men on him. He's the one still standing after the ball tug.
You need 3 men on him in order to grab the board over him with his size.
He's continued to dominate the offensive and defensive glass through the first half.
Wide open in the quarter, Bangu. That one grazes right to Achioso. Achioso to Frayne. Frayne looking for options. The quick pass up top. The step back 3. That one's off. Tapped out. And last touch will be on Matthew Warner. RC ball. Richards in the paint. Esmond Monroe looks to go to work and gets rewarded with a bucket. Stoddard, Segakili, driving left. Segakili stops his dribble, tries to find a man in transition as RC. Richards takes it to the rack.
Great transition bucket from RC on the steal there. And Richards with a quick basket to make this a 1-point game.
You're hearing the RC bench saying defense, defense. They're bringing the intensity coming out of the timeout. Here's Segakili surveying his options. Segakili uses the screen off Stoddard. Pull up mid-range, no good. Richards the board. Here's Walters. Back to Richards. Richards going left. Richards stops his dribble, finds Esmond Monroe, who rises up and cashes in a foul. He'll take a trip to the free throw line.
He wanted the slam there. If you could see his face.
Oh, he did.
He raised his arm because he knew he had him, just got fouled. That's exactly what RC want. Find Estime Monroe down low. Let him do his work there. If he's going to get fouled, he'll get sent to the line. He's a great free throw shooter. If not, he's going to get an easy basket.
Couldn't find the easy basket there, but even Cole at the start of the game, he was the one who got both of RC's first baskets. He looked to be their go-to guy, especially with Alexander Peacock out in this one for RC.
Yeah, that might have been the commentator's curse when I talked about him being a great free throw shooter. Nonetheless, 1 for 2 from the line, and great hustle play there from Walters.
Frayne tries to get his way out of trouble, but a backcourt violation called. You don't see mistakes like that from Owen Frayne often.
No, and that was all started from the pressure from the man right in front of us. Walters was able to hound him on defense, get the ball loose, and allow a 5-second violation, backcourt violation go through its motions.
Walters. Jamal driving, finds Bangu. Bangu!
Bad foul to give away there. 3 shots at the line here for Bangu.
And it looks like we're seeing, after the timeout, it's all Royal Crown.
Yeah,
we've really turned it around.
Something has definitely been said and reiterated in that little huddle during the timeout there, and it's allowed them to come out here and really put the pressure on Lincoln Prep. They don't really seem like they're playing their same game now.
As they retake the lead, and you're right, Cole, RC is really bringing that intensity, and now it seems like Lincoln Prep is shying away. As Bangu goes 2 for 3 from the line, Owen Frayne will check out. Lippert will check out for Lincoln Prep. Number 13, Lorenzo Aguling checks into the game, and number 15, Dante Tenari. Warner going coast to coast, takes it himself, swatted away. But a travel called on Warner. It's RC ball. Walters hounding defense. Here comes Lincoln Prep, 3-on-2. Chioso rises for the layup. Richards, Jamal dancing, wide open, circus lay is good.
Great move there from Jamal. Third points of the game here for him, and he is such a little utility knife that this RC team has. He's able to do everything, go down low, shoot the three, shoot the midi, and play great defense as well. He's been displaying that all first half and second half now.
Chioso looks to carve his way through. Pass mishandled. Bangu the other way in transition. It's Richard who rises up, swatted away, but a foul called. Warner doesn't like that call from the referee. And the referee says that it actually wasn't the swat attempt on the foul, it was the push that did it. Tell you what, Cole, the amount of free throws that we've seen from RC, the percentage hasn't been that good.
No, it has not. They could really be out to a 15, almost 20-point lead here just based off free throws, but they've been missing a lot of them, going 1 for 2 from the line. Saw Bangu go 2 for 3 from the line. You got to go 3 for 3 when you get 3 shots there. Have to take advantage of that, and RC just hasn't so far.
Warner guarded tightly. Tenari stops his dribble, finds a man in the corner. To the right wing, and pass mishandled by Acosta Reyes. Checking in for RC, number 14, Favor Nkemka. Jamal looking to dance. Tries to find his man in the corner, deflected by Acosta Reyes. Bangu, Jamal, in the corner, gets his man to jump, spins, stops dribble. 3 on the clock. Jamal has to heave a prayer. Can't get it to go. Here's Lincoln Prep, 3-on-2. Warner in transition, decides to take it himself. Trickles for a second chance opportunity. Acosta Reyes takes advantage of.
Great IQ there from Acosta Reyes, knowing that shot wasn't going to fall and getting up high and large to put that back.
Walters behind the back, cycles to Bangu. Jamal back to Walters. Walters uses the screen, and an illegal screen is called. The Lincoln Prep bench loving it.
That's another illegal screen from Esteban Monroe, and I can see what he's doing. He's rolling a little bit too early on his screens, and that's allowing, well, it's to his advantage because the defender can't get past him. But that's a foul. That's illegal. You can't do that. You can't set a pick almost on a player that's defenseless there. You got to be able to set, get your feet down, get your arms down, and set a real pick.
Warner, Acosta Reyes, driving in the lane. His shot attempt, nothing but net from mid-range. Bangu in the left corner, bangs it in.
Got fouled on his first attempt earlier in the third here and makes the second wide open. Bangu.
Carving through the lane. Shot doesn't touch rim. Rebound, Esteban Monroe.
You saw the fear factor Esteban Monroe has in the paint there. That layup was like a pulled punch. You really could have drove there and got up, but not when Esteban Monroe's down low in the paint. It gives you a little bit of the heebie-jeebies.
Another shooting foul. This time, number 1, Nate Stoddard on Lincoln Prep. As number 14, Niles will check in for the team in black. And number 24, Justice Hazley, checks in for Royal Crown. Bangu back at the line again. Owen Frayne back into the game. RC up by 3. Acosta Reyes hands it off to Frayne. Frayne knifing his way through, stops his dribble and cashes it in on the left side for the mid-range bucket.
I know he tries to model his game over Anthony Edwards, but I'm seeing a lot of Devin Booker as well, that pull-up J especially from Owen Frayne.
Loves to certainly pick his spots. Lincoln Prep looking at pickpocket Hazley, nearly does, but last touch by Tenari gives RC the ball back. Walters, 7 on the clock, uses the screen, finds a way down to the lane, rebound, nearly put back in. The crowd would have got up for that.
Thunderous attempt there, but just mistimed. That's 3 times now we could have seen a dunk in this one. It's just a little bit mistimed.
A minute to go until fourth quarter action. Here's Frayne. Lippert hands it off to Frayne. Frayne looking for Lippert on the roll. Recovered by Acosta Reyes. Another pull-up. That one rattles left to right. In transition is RC. Bangu takes it himself. The double clutch layup is good. Tenari. Acosta Reyes. Bangu bit on it. In the low block, it's Lippert. Lippert. And a travel call, too many steps. Great hands-up defense there. .30 seconds. Hazley in possession. Bangu. Hazley. Double team, looks to get his way out of trouble. Decides to shoot. That one's way off the mark. Here's Owen Frayne. 9 seconds. Frayne smells blood in the water. Shifts left to right. Frayne calls his own number. The layup, no good. 2 seconds. And no shot will get off as RC leads 61-58. One more quarter to go in this one. Stick with us after this. Cole, a 3-point game in this one. We started the second half, and Lincoln Prep was on a 7-0 run. Royal Crown called a timeout, and then after the timeout, Royal Crown went on the run. They now find themselves up by 3, looking to stay undefeated on the season. When games are close like this, entering the fourth quarter, you go to your go-to guy to close out this game. And who is that guy on each side that you're looking at?
Well, very obviously for Lincoln Prep, it's Owen Frayne. They need to get him back involved in this game. That third quarter wasn't the best for him. Spent a little time on the bench, and when he came on the court, he was kind of ineffective, not only from the scoring aspect, from the playmaking aspect as well. And kind of gravity he brings towards him. Players kind of gravitate towards him, and they try to stop his shots, and that allows for his teammates to get easy buckets. He wasn't doing a lot of that in that third quarter. For RC, Estemaine Monroe dominated in that third, got sent to the line multiple times, as well as grabbing a ton of rebounds. So if they can get him more involved when he gets back on the court, they're going to continue to grow this lead and will probably end up with the win.
Here's Hazley. Settles down the offense. Guarded by Niles. Finds a man wide open in the corner. It's string music. First basket in the fourth goes to RC. Tenari. Acosta Reyes. Here's Frayne. Frayne uses the screen off Reyes. Frayne spins left. Pull up. Picks his spot. That one rattles in.
That's more like it. Owen Frayne finding his spot and hitting his shots. He's going to need some help from his teammates, though, if they want to cut this deficit.
Jamal finds a man in the corner. The pump fake, decides to take the mid-range instead. That one unsuccessful. Niles, pull up. That one catapults off. Hazley, mid-range. Lands in Frayne's hand. Niles, a wide open man in the corner. Three ball is good. Dante Tenari.
They're hitting a lot of those in the first half. Struggled in the third, but now Dante Tenari gets his squad back on the board there with a big three.
Jamal claims he got fouled. Owen Frayne takes it the other way. Here's Frayne, smells blood in the water. He's a shark that's dialing from distance.
Owen Frayne is having a masterclass here tonight at Royal Crown. That's a backcourt violation, and Lincoln Prep is hyped up.
And when your guy is hitting shots when it matters the most, you have to get hyped up. It's not just the guys on the floor, it's the bench that's hyped up. And they know what's at stake here.
And not even just if they're hitting shots, if they're playing well. You see a guy like Owen Frayne start to hit his shots, start to play make a little bit. That rejuvenates everybody on the squad to play a little bit harder, play a little bit better. We saw that in the first half. LC was able to hit a lot of their shots off the back of Owen Frayne's impressive performance.
Frayne, mid-range. That one off. Bangu the board. RC. Nkemka. Walters. In the corner. Richards. Back up top. Nkemka. Shot clock winding down. Carves his way through. Great defense by Lincoln. Recovered by Ray as tangled up is Bangu. And Lincoln will regain possession. Great help defense there.
Great help defense. LC coaches not liking that play. They thought the shot clock was already run down and it should be their ball, but nevertheless, they're going to get the ball back here.
Richards guarding tight. Lippert the screen. Lippert, pick, pop. Can't get the lucky bounce. Walters with urgency, Euro step, blocked by Lippert. Second chance, no good. Recovered by Lippert as he finds his main man, Frayne. Great defense by Lippert. Here's Frayne. Thought about shooting it, uses the screen instead. That one tipped away by Walters. Nearly saved, it is saved in transition. And the easy bucket from Nkemka ties up the game.
Thought we were going to see an alley-oop there.
I did too, Cole, but when it's this tight, you gotta go save.
You gotta take whatever the free bucket is, I get it.
Niles, Lippert, Frayne. Acosta Reyes trapped in the corner. Managed to get his way out. Shot clock winding down. Niles from way downtown. That one off. Here's Frayne. Looking to spin. Spins his way into trouble. Nkemka Euros and is fouled. Good foul to take if you're Niles. You don't want to give up the
Easy two.
The easy two.
Yeah, make him work for the 2 points there. He was the last man back, so he had to do something. I was more worried for his health. I thought he fell over there, the back of him, and landed on his arm. Nevertheless, he is okay. Timeout taken here, as both teams will talk stuff over. 66-66 with just under 6 minutes left to go here. Jackson, what a game we've been watching.
What a game. We're tied, and I think Lincoln called a timeout to tell their players that, listen, this is a high-stake game. This is a team that's undefeated that you're going up against. Is undefeated. You're away at Royal Crown Academic School. This is your chance to be the villains. You're 2-4. There's a lot of other teams with better records than you. You're sitting second last in the West. You're going up against this top East team. This is the chance to really make some noise for this Lincoln Prep team. I think their coaches just have to be letting them know with under 6 minutes to go.
I think if I was the LC coach, I'd be telling my team, look, I've seen it already today. Just play your game, find your shots, run through Owen Frayne. Obviously, maybe you'd not be saying that on the bench, but that's what you got to do. Run through Owen Frayne and allow for everything else to kind of culminate into itself. The shots will start to fall.
Favor and Kemka at the line, getting rewarded for the steal and near finish. Can't get the first one to fall. We stay tied. And 0 for 2 at the line. Rebound Acosta Reyes.
We spoke about it earlier, Jackson. RC needs to be hitting those free throws. This could be a huge, huge lead for them here if they're able to convert from the charity strike.
Acosta Reyes, the mid-range off dribble. No good. Recovers his rebound. Back to Frayne. Frayne looking to find his spot. Finds his man instead. Back to Frayne. Frayne. That one off the mark. RC with numbers. Heaved up top. It's Richards. Gets Frayne to jump and gets the lead. Frayne uses the screen. A three. Off the mark. Rebound Walters. Walters with numbers. Euros on Frayne. And the referee saw a foul. Owen Frayne doesn't like it.
I'd like to see a little bit more hustle on the transition defense from LC. They're kind of letting 3 guys back here in the backcourt and kind of leaving 2 men to defend 3 on most transitions. You can't do that if you want to keep this a close game, because RC's just going to get out to a huge lead here. They're going to get on transition buckets. They have the bigger guys. They have, the more athletic guys who are down court and able to sprint down court. And it's a huge reason why they've had so many free throws. It's been on transition. Now, can they make them? That's the question.
Well, speak about making them. Walters 1 for 1 on this trip. RC certainly doing a great job at transition offense, pushing the floor with numbers as Walters goes 2 for 2. 4-point game, 5 minutes to go. Matthew Warner with the ball. Segakili, Acosta Reyes. Finds Warner. Warner guarded tightly, backing up his man. Segakili, 3 on the clock. A shot has to be put up. Warner at the buzzer. That one off. Walters, Bangu. Uses the screen, looking for the roll. Takes it himself, high off the glass. That one's no good. Rebound Lincoln Prep, it's Frayne. Behind the back, bounce pass. Warner rises up, and one! And those are the tough buckets you'd like to see, Cole, if you're Lincoln Prep.
Yeah, you want to get down to the paint. Matthew Warner's been doing that a lot all game, and there he gets rewarded for it. And one attempt here, looking to make it a 3-point play.
And like we've been mentioning, Owen Frayne all game, always calling his number, but a great find of that bounce pass to set up the and one play.
I talked about it before. When his offense is going, whether it's scoring or playmaking, the rest of the team will flourish as well. And we're starting to see a little bit more of that in this 4th quarter.
Bangu mishandled, nearly a backcourt violation. The referee says Matthew Warner a little bit too tight on defense there. RC not in the bonus yet. They'll check it off to the sides. Bangu. Esmond Monroe spins. Hook shot is good. 4-point game. Warner. Segakili. Acosta Reyes finds Warner on the left side. Back to Segakili. 7 on the clock. Stoddard. That one off the rim. Walters the other way.
You saw there, Jackson. You had 3 men back on transition, and it just limited RC's chances there of grabbing a free 2 points. Now they got to work for it.
Now they got to work with Monroe and work with a steal as Acosta Reyes the other way decides to call his own number. The circus layup, no good. Put back up by Stoddard. Two-point game. RC cycling it around. Here's Richards, guarded tightly by Frayne. Richards looking to carve right. Frayne stopping him in his tracks. Back out to Walters. Walters dials. That one's off. A rebound offensively out of bounds. But RC will get another chance. 13 on the clock. Richards, 7. Ticking down. Richards carves his way for the 2-point play.
I'm surprised Travis Richards hasn't used that size advantage on Owen Frayne a little bit more to get down low. It looked simple for him there.
Owen Frayne stops his dribble, finds Stoddard. Stoddard down low. Bucket can't go. Rebound RC. Richards would slow it down. Richards. Walters. Guarded by Acosta Reyes. Walters sizing him up. And it's stolen. Here comes Lincoln Prep with numbers. 3-on-2. Frayne look to fire. Does fire. And wires a triple.
He almost gave up the shot there when he almost got blocked. But once again, Owen Frayne from down deep. Closing in on double-digit three-pointers here in this contest.
Under $1:30 to go. Richards back up top to Walters. Walters cycles it around. Shot clock ticking down. 5 on the clock. Bounce pass to Esmond Monroe. Gets the bucket to go.
That is such a tough bucket from Esmond Monroe with the man right in his face. Gets above him and rises for the 2 points.
1 minute left. 1 possession game. The ball in Owen Frayne's hands. Frayne, Stoddard thought about shooting it. Frayne uses the screen. Another triple. That one off. And a missed opportunity for the rebound. Owen Frayne just slipped there. Couldn't recover his board. Timeout called. Cole. 3-point game.
Yeah, 3-point game, 50 seconds left here. If I'm LC, I'm telling them play hard defense, do not allow shots in the paint, force them to shoot from the outside, and then get out quick on transition, get a quick bucket, and go from there.
A perimeter shot is must needed if you're Lincoln Prep, and you have to look to Owen Frayne to make that shot. But if you're RC, you have to be thinking, we got to guard this guy in this moment with under a minute to go. We know who's taking the shot. Are we going to see perhaps a double team?
We could see that. They haven't done that all game despite Owen Frayne's impressive performance. They've kind of allowed him to go through his motions and do what he wants, and they've kind of subsidized everyone else on the team, which has worked in their favor. They're up by 3. I could see a double team here, but then again, there are guys on this LC team who can shoot, just haven't had the opportunities to. So it's going to be interesting to see how RC comes out of this timeout defending it. Or should I say, sorry, attacking it, because they'll have the ball first. But right after that bucket or maybe missed shot, how you react on defense is way more important than the bucket you may make on offense.
And this is a must stop if you're Lincoln Prep. 49 seconds to go. You don't want to go down by 2 possessions. We're back in play. 48 seconds ticking. Here's Walters, guarded by Acosta Reyes. Hazley back into the game. and the shot clock just needs to be quickly fixed there. Every second matters in this contest.
We've been pretty good on the shot clock. Haven't had any real disruptions
Since the first quarter, just as we predicted.
Yeah, but you know, coming back here in the fourth, adding some tension and drama to this late stage action here.
Hazley, guarded by Frayne, uses the screen. Hazley looking to carve right, finds Walters. 7 on the clock. Walters goes left. Walters driving, knifes his way through, and 1. A charging foul is called on the play.
Crowd got hyped there for a second. They thought an and 1 attempt was coming up off a big bucket from Walters. Refs thought the other way, and that is going to go LC's way. That's a big call here with 30 seconds left.
That's a big call, and Acosta Reyes is feeling that one. You have one side cheering for the and 1, the other cheering for the charge, the crowd cheering for the and 1. Referee makes a charging call. Acosta Reyes feeling that one, but great defense there to get your team the possession, stop the bucket. It's going to be worth it.
Sacrifice himself there on the charge attempt because Walters flew into the paint there. He had an open lane and he took it for sure. But Acosta Reyes feels the brunt end of that one. Hopefully he's okay. He's telling the ref he's good. He doesn't need a sub.
The referee just talking it over to the Lincoln Prep bench, saying that Acosta Reyes has to step aside of this one and recover. Dante Tenari will check in for Acosta Reyes. 27 seconds on the clock.
LC's going to look for a big three-pointer here. If not, it's a drive and kick.
Warner guarded tightly by Hazley. Gets past half court. Here's Warner. Segakili. Stoddard. 13 on the clock. Warner looking for Frayne. Frayne looking for a shot. The double comes. A shot needs to be heaved up. 4 on the clock, and it's stolen away. Frayne in transition. The bucket. Good to go. 2 seconds left. 5-point game, and a trip to the free throw line will seal it for Royal Crown.
What a play there. That was great defense from RC, not allowing the outside perimeter shot, and LC couldn't find it. The shot clock was running down, and a big steal there, and a possible three-point play, which it is.
They knew the ball was going to Owen Frayne. They knew they wanted him to take that last shot. They stole it right out of his hands, and that will complete the game. Final score, 79-73. Royal Crown stay undefeated on the season. I, myself, Jackson Midori, beside me, Cole Hales, signing off on the OSBA Game of the Week.